Rockstars, and welcome back to another episode of P-Rock's Garage. So in today's video, we're just going to clean up the garage a little bit, get things a little more organized, try to get some things kind of taken away from the car, and just honestly throwing away a lot of junk that I've just been throwing in the places that were most convenient. We got to get this garage cleaned up. So we're cleaning up the garage today. We're going to jump into a time-lapse video. I'll get some of that cleaning up done.
Man, I just caught me in a little project, boy. I need somebody good. I need to put that work in it. Who I need to go to, bro? Man, I really only know one person. Gotta hit him up. P-Rock's Garage. They get you right. P-Rock's Garage. No, we don't fade, we don't fudge. We gotta go hard. Go for that number one spot. You think that you hard, right? But they like to talk a lot. I better be quiet when I pull up and shake the parking lot. Pull up and shake it. Think about the power that the small block make it. Don't underestimate it. Lay the whip, name Jesus, please don't forsake it. No, it ain't the latest, but it's damn sure the greatest. Say they wanna race, hit the knocks on them, leave a couple spaces. Spit out some fire, burn a few times. No, I leave a couple traces. Just trying to survive, trying to get mine. In my hand, a couple aces. From gray and black to burgundy, I'm switching colors, I ain't racist. Hand built, 92 coupe, it's been through a whole lot of stages. What you call it? I call it Veronica. If we talk about horsepower, I got a lot of wide wheels in the back, I'ma need a lot of traction. Limo tint on the windows, you'll never know what's happening. Pop the clutch and it get low, bout to bend that thing over backwards. P-Rock's Garage, no, we don't fade, we don't fudge. We gotta go hard, go for that number one spot. You think that you hard, but they like to talk a lot. I better be quiet when I pull up and shake the parking lot. P-Rock's Garage, no, we don't fade, we don't fudge. We gotta go hard, go for that number one spot. You think that you hard,
So the garage is clean, tidied up, nice, organized, and it's neat. I've got my nice little cans here with my carb throttle body cleaner, you know, just different cans, WD-40, some paint. I got my cleaner, some car wash stuff. I got my car gas and my lawnmower gas. Just some other little things, kind of just inboxed because I don't have shelves, and I was like, I've got to get more organized. I've got some car stuff up here, just what was waiting next to go into the Camaro, but we'll get into that. You know, just kind of just making the most out of the space, because P-Rock's Garage is also Casa de Fayal. So we have to make sure we take care of both sides of that table. And I was like, man, where am I gonna put these stickers that I keep getting every time I order stuff? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna start a sticker wall. So we got a sticker wall that we started that just has some of the brands of the companies that we've ordered parts from for this Camaro build. So definitely want to say shout out to Painless Wiring. The wiring is actually painless, and if you don't believe me, just go watch the video. Shout out to B&M Transmissions. We are using your racing products in Veronica. And also shout out to Glow Shift for the gauges. They make awesome quality products for your gauges, tachometer, boost controllers if you're running boost. You just got to go check them out, glowshift.com. And shout out to Raceflux Performance Hose and Fittings. It's where I got all of my AN fittings and things like that for the Camaro when I was doing the fuel lines. This is what I'm using during the transmission line. And actually, you know, this is one of their products right here. Just a high quality AN fitting. Shout out to Raceflux. So I got my sticker wall up and we're nice and neat. So now we're just gonna jump into where we're headed with this project. So kind of go over some things with the car for where we are with the Camaro project in terms of getting it ready to be back on the streets for my high school reunion. I can't wait. It's gonna be a super dope experience that I'm looking forward to, honestly, because as I said before, Veronica is my first car ever. So my dad actually picked the car up for me and my twin brother. You guys gotta wait to see the content that he's about to drop with his Camaro. Do a little spoiler alert on that, but you guys are just gonna have to wait for that. My identical twin brother. Yeah, Small Block P-Rock got an identical twin brother. Don't know if you guys knew that, but fun fact, that's what it is. So he has a 95 Z28 that he's got in the lab, and I'm gonna leave that there. Veronica was the first car we shared together. I ultimately ended up with Veronica after we graduated college pretty much. And so, because this is the car that I drove in high school, I used to pick my wife, who was my high school sweetheart, picked her up in the old girl with no AC. And we used to go on dates and all those things like that in high school. So to be able to have her resurrected and back on the street for the high school reunion is going to be lit. A couple of things. Under the hood is pretty much squared away. As I stated in the last video, we just need to wire in the coil where it connects from the distributor. I'm gonna get some more looms for my spark plug wires to make it look a little more neater and tighter. Got to get the vent valve for the valve cover. Still need to tap the intake from where I stripped the plug out. So, but literally like tiny little things that need to happen under the hood. Outside of what's under the hood, we still have to mount the trans cooler and fill it up with transmission fluid. I've got all my fittings and everything I need for it right here. And then that will be ready to go. Then the transmission will be buttoned up. It will have fluid in the transmission. The drive shaft and everything is in. It has grease in the U-joints. Everything's pretty much good up under here. But as you see, we still have the springs left off. And the rear end's still kind of like in a free hang a little bit. Nothing's really married up yet. And the reason why is because before I crank this car up and have the itch to want to take it down the street to go get some gas or whatever it may be for its maiden voyage, I have to replace the suspension on the rear and front of this car. So I'll be replacing these bushings and things like that in the rear suspension. And because I switched over the rear end, if a lot of you don't know, the rear end in Veronica is out of a 2002 SS Camaro. So it is a posi rear with disc brakes, got rid of the drums. So I do have to run my brake lines for the rear brakes. I also have to do the suspension up front, which looks terrible. I don't even know if you guys can see this, but it's like a drum cymbal. It's like a drum cymbal. That is no bueno. So we're gonna go ahead and get the suspension done and swapped out. The drivetrain from the radiator to the exhaust should be done. I did get a quote for the exhaust, so that's coming also. Like, honestly, I think that's pretty good. I'd like to be moving towards the interior and finishing like just the routing of some of the wiring on the interior of the car. I really like to have that going into play, I guess, before August. Also, in that time, we'll be sticking a little 8-point roll cage in there just to make the car safe. Once we do the cage, the carpet, my seats, you know, we'll be ready for body work. So in a rough kind of way, body work maybe by September, starting body work, September, that whole little period in time is September. I'm just trying to go on the time frame of having it finished by November. But if we can have it painted or starting to paint going into that first week of October, I think we'll be dead on. I think we'll be dead on. So because of those things, I just kind of took the time to get today cleaned up, get organized, kind of like move my junk around and kind of start preparing myself so that once I get these last little few pieces for the engine, I'll be ready to go right to suspension stuff. And then, you know, so on and so forth. Like I said, I wasn't going to come in today and do a whole lot in the garage. Just wanted to get it organized and kind of to catch you guys up on point on where we are with Veronica and what we look like with the time frame that we're operating off of. So I'm gonna keep cleaning up here a little bit and tidy up a few loose ends. And that's gonna do it for today's video. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me and rolling with me. You know it's your boy, Small Block P-Rock. This is P-Rock's Garage. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the content. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're the first one to know when we drop new content right here in P-Rock's Garage. As always, I'm ready to rock. If you guys are ready to roll, and we'll see you in the next
P-Rock's Garage. No, we don't fake, we don't fudge.